let's start with this IL RMS. That is I will write IL and RMS. Basically, for half wave rectifier, if I am considering the output waveform that we had is current waveform, then we have seen DC current, DC voltage, then DC power. Let's turn towards now AC current, AC voltage and AC power. So AC current is the first parameter. Now AC current has to be represented in terms of RMS. Is it? What is RMS? I told you that we have a separate small lecture on that. What is RMS value of a quantity? That is IL RMS. So let's start with IL RMS. Root mean square. That is square root of average value. Is it? So let me represent it as under square root. Look at this. What I am writing? Square root of average value. Now what is average value? Average value, how we calculate average value? Area divided by period. So it means I will write 0 to 2 pi Im sin omega t d omega t. This is what divided by 2 pi. Now look at this. This is average value. Average value under root. Right? But it's a root mean square. Mean means average. It is the mean value we put under square root. And now see, square is still pending. So I will write square of the quantity. Look at this. Now this is RMS, root mean square value. Take a mean, make a square and put everything under root. That's what RMS value. Now as we are talking about half wave rectifier, in case of half wave rectifier, this 0 to 2 pi period, the complete period is not useful because signal is present between 0 to pi only. Between pi to 2 pi, the signal value is completely 0. Yes, there is a signal, but in this case there is no signal at all. So that's why pi to 2 pi, this period is not useful for half wave rectifier. It is useful when we start studying full wave rectifiers. For full wave rectifier, 0 to pi signal is there, pi to 2 pi signal is there. But in case of half wave rectifier, 0 to pi signal is there, pi to 2 pi there is no signal. So as if there is no signal, it means for half wave rectifier, this complete thing will become, again I have to write the complete equation as it is. Instead of 2 pi, I will write only pi. So let me copy it. Let me check if I can copy the same equation. Yes, it is possible. Look at this. Now let me correct it. Instead of 0 to no, that's not possible. I can't edit the equation as. So let me undo it. So let me correct it here in 0 to 2 pi. The next step for half wave rectifier is only 0 to pi. This is what the equation for half wave rectifier. Now from this, let me take out this 1 divided by 2 pi outside. So I will, it's just a mathematics. Right, I'm just simplifying the equation. Oh no, that writing pad, obviously it needs a lot of practice. Now here I will write 1 divided by 2 pi integration 0 to pi. Then I will write Im square sin square omega t d omega t. That's what the actual equation. Now we have to solve this. Right. I'm just squaring Im and sine separately. 1 divided by 2 pi I'm taking out of the box. So that's why I have this equation. Now take integration. Right. But before taking integration, let me simplify this sine square again. Do you know this formula? That sine square theta, okay, I'll write here somewhere, sine square theta is equals to 1 minus cos of 2 theta divided by 2. Now I will use this formula here in this step. Sine square omega t is equals to then 1 minus cos of 2 omega t divided by 2. So let me introduce this formula here. So I will write, okay, now this Im, I will take this Im outside the square root, and then I will continue with the whole thing as it is. I will write 1 divided by 2 pi integration 0 to pi, then it is 1 minus cos of 2 omega t divided by 2 and d omega t. I'm just using this formula. Sine square theta is equals to 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. That's what it is. Now, after that, as it is integration of two different quantities, let me simplify this again, and then I will write I am sorry. Let me simplify this equation. The Im is outside, it will be 1 divided by 2 pi now look at this integration 0 to pi of 1 half d omega t minus integration 0 to pi cos 2 omega t divided by 2 d omega t. Right? See, I'm writing each and every step here in detail, because in case of full wave rectifier, I'm not going to write each and everything again. In that case, what I will do, I will take that thing, whatever I have written here, and I will edit here itself in this script. Right? So that's why this time we have to write everything in detail. But now, I'm just saving our time. That's what it is. Otherwise, to teach you one parameter, it will take more than an hour. Right. Now look at this. I am 1 divided by 2 pi, and I have separated this thing. Is it 1 half d omega t and cos 2 omega t divided by 2. But see, we have cos 2 omega t. Can we simplify this again? Yes, we can. Now, you use this formula, that is integration of cos 2 theta is equals to what? Is equals to sine of 2 theta divided by 2. You remember that integration of cos 2 theta is equals to sine 2 theta divided by 2. I will use this formula to simplify the above equation. Then again I have to write the same thing. I am as it is. Then now the equation will become lengthy quite. Okay, I will write 1 divided by 2 pi. Then again this term as it is, it will be now 1 half. 1 half means omega t divided by 2. Right, omega t divided by 2, and the integration of 0 to pi, then minus, look at this, now the second term will be sine 2 omega t divided by 2. Again, this 2 is there in denominator. It means it will be 2 multiplied by 2 d omega t. Sorry. This thing I have to write 0 to pi. I didn't forget that. Yes, it is 0 to pi. Z. Now solve this. See, if I solve this, then what I'm getting? I'm getting Im as it is, and then it is 1 divided by 2 pi. Then it will be, now look at this, omega t replaced by pi by 2 divided by 0 by 2. So I will write pi by 2, sorry, minus 0 divided by 2. That table is moving. Okay, I will have this as, okay, now minus, again I have second term as sine 2 pi divided by 4. Look at this, sine 2 pi divided by 4 minus sine 0 divided by 4. This is what my actual term. Let me increase the length of square root. Okay, now again if we solve further, then what I'm getting, see, sine 2 pi and sine 0 both are 0, is it? So this term will become 0. Again the complete term, that is sine 0 divided by 4, that is 0 divided by 4, it becomes 0, and then 0 divided by 4 becomes 0, because sine 2 pi is equal to 0, sine 0 is equal to 0. It means the complete term, this complete term will become 0, is it? Then let me simplify it again. I will write Im under root 1/2 will be as it is, sorry, 1 divided by 2 pi, sorry, 1 divided by 2 pi will be as it is, and then it is pi divided by 2. Yes, I think pi divided by 2 is the only thing which is there, and the rest of the things become 0. So this is 0 minus 0. Yes, it is 0. Is it? Then I can cancel. Yes, I can cancel this pi, and then it is Im multiplied by under root of 1 divided by 4. It means it is Im multiplied by 1/2. Clearly, it means, can I write, it is Im divided by 2. Look at this, the final equation, which is IDC, sorry, IRMS, IRMS is equals to Im divided by 2. See, intentionally I am writing each and every step here in detail. Is it? This is what IRMS is equals to Im by 2. Now, look at this. How we can save our time in full wave rectifier. See, in case of half wave rectifier, we have written 0 to, marker is there? No, it's not good to mark anything which is written. Now look at this, here it is 0 to pi. In case of full wave rectifier, I will write 0 to 2 pi. I will split the term and rest of the things will be as it is. See, the procedure to calculate ILRMS for half wave rectifier and for full wave rectifier, it is completely same. So that's why I am writing each and everything in detail here itself in half wave rectifier. Now while doing the same thing for full wave rectifier, what we'll do, I will just change the numbers. Is it? I'll change the sign. I will change pi to 2 pi. That's what it is, and things become simple at that time. Is it? To save the future time, we are now investing some more time here. But So this is what ILRMS, that is RMS value of a load current instead. Now as this is ILRMS, let's start with VLRMS also. I will write VLRMS. I will write here as AC voltage or AC component present in the output voltage of half wave rectifiers. That AC component I will represent as VRMS or simply VLRMS. Whatever the notation, you will find so many notations in different books. So that now VLRMS, yes, apply basic ohms. V is equals to IR. So I will write IRMS multiply by, now it's a AC resistance, so I can say R simply, or no, you can say R total. Why I am writing R total? Because finally we have to sum all the AC resistances there. I will write R total. Now what is that R total? R total is a summation of RS plus RF plus RL. RF is what? The resistance offered by the diode when it is in forward bias. RS means what? The resistance offered by the secondary winding of the transformer. Now ILRMS, yes, just now we have calculated. Look at this. ILRMS is Im by 2. So I will clearly write here as Im divided by 2 multiply by, now this is what? RS plus RF plus RL. And I know that this term is approximately RL only. Right? So clearly I can write it is Im by 2 multiply by RL. That is what VRMS. But I want voltage in terms of voltage. Is it? I want voltage in terms of voltage. The same as that we have calculated VDC. Is it? So then I will put value of Im. Now what is value of Im? Value of Im, I will write it as, now Im is equals to Vm divided by RL. Is it? Now what is that RL? I am putting RS plus RF plus RL is approximately RL. Is it? So then VRMS is equals to then Vm divided by RL divided by 2 multiply by RL. So it clearly means it is Vm divided by 2. This is AC voltage form of the output waveform which is obtained by half wave rectifier. VRMS is equals to Vm divided by 2. So we have calculated IRMS as Im by 2, VRMS is equals to Vm by 2. Is it? Now we got AC voltage, AC current. Why not to go for AC power? So let's again analyze the sixth parameter. Yeah, it is sixth. Yes, it is sixth. IDC was the first parameter, then VDC was the second, then PDC third, then IRMS, VRMS. Yes, 5 parameters are done. Now sixth parameter is that PAC. I will write PAC. PAC. Now what is that PAC? AC power means what? AC voltage multiplied by AC current. That is VRMS multiplied by IRMS. Is it? But see PDC we have represented in terms of resistance. Here also I can represent in the form of resistance. So clearly I will write IRMS square multiplied by RL. Now what is that IRMS? It is Im divided by 2 bracket square multiplied by RL. Now depend on the need and requirement of the problem, or the numerical, I can use different formulas for PAC. Is it? I told you that alternately what I can use VRMS multiplied by IRMS. Is it? Alternatively, I can use another form, that is VRMS square divided by RL. No problem at all. Is it? So depend on what is data given in the numerical, I can use different formulas. So let me simplify this. It is Im square divided by 4 multiplied by RL, and this is what my PAC. So this is actual power, which is actually AC power, which is consumed by the half wave rectifier waveform. Right. So now 3 parameters related to DC, 3 parameters related to AC we are done with. Is it? Now in next parameter we will discuss about the efficiency, the ripple factor, or how much transformer we have used, that is utilization of transformer. Yeah. So in next lecture we'll come up with next parameters.